Hey, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the 19th of January. Yesterday I got a pleasant surprise in yesterday, as you can see on the boxes here. I got the Oracle X. Okay, I'll show you the box. Now this one's empty, and it's already mounted on the crossbow, which I'll show you here in a second. So there's a lot of people who do unboxings, and I guess that's what I'm going to do this morning. So first of all, it's a nicely solid box, heavy as it goes. You get your zip ties and your Velcro for your Bluetooth remote, which works great. I put a battery in there, hooked up, boom, hit the button, and it automatically worked on my crossbow right now. Inside the box, of course, you're going to get this beautiful scope, the Oracle X. Now, I debated on this scope for many times, almost over a year or so, because eyesight's getting a little funny. Trying to hit the target, you want to make sure you hit the deer in the proper place at a proper time. Not time really doesn't matter, but anyway, when you shoot, you want to hit it, the most ethical shot you can do on a deer and kill it real quick. As we get older, our eyesight is not as good, and then I'm sitting on here trying to figure out, is that deer at 30 yards, or is it 25, or is it 31, 32? With the Oracle X, it's got the built-in rangefinder, okay? That makes it easier. You just push the button, boom, the dot shows up. You raise up the dot to your shot where you're going to place that arrow, and it goes. And it has been proven that it actually works pretty good. Obviously, let me show you the scope. This is Death by Bungie preview. He did it. He does a really good job showing you this thing. Burris itself, they do a video on how to bore sight it as well. It's going to take trial and error, trust me. It's not something that you can do overnight, probably a couple tries before I get it in, but for the most part, it looks pretty easy. On top of that, you get the battery, you get the remote, you get the installation and bore sight manual for this thing, okay? So that is the Burris X crossbow scope, and I will tell you what, I am impressed with it. I already mounted it on the crossbow, and I want to show you that in a second. This is a two-part video. Well, two-part as in one video covering a couple things here. The other one we're going to cover is the new BOG crossbow or rifle holder thing over there, they want to call it. I show you the book, but it just got wet and drowned. Sorry about that. It's cold and snowy outside, so I decided to do this indoors. So anyway, things about the Oracle. Obviously, you got the buttons on top, easy. Up and down, left, right, range. The little piece on the back here, this is how you're going to have to focus it. You know, just unscrew it until it focuses to your eye. Because the first time you get out of the box, you look through it, it's like, there ain't no picture worth a damn here. And then, of course, as other videos will show you, once you laze your target, and it doesn't matter what target you're shooting at, once you laze that target, you can actually zoom in and zoom out using this magnifier from 1 to 7. Now, I think that was pretty cool. I played with it outside just a little while ago, and of course on the stand right there, because I can't hold it anymore. Hold the crossbow up, and it just shakes too much. So I either have to rest it on my stand, which I usually do anyway. Same with my wife, we just rest it on the thing, range it, hold it steady, boom, pull the trigger. With the rangefinder built in, I don't have to sit there with my lapel and sit there, okay, the deer's at 31, 36 yards. Put it down, grab the crossbow, resight, and all of a sudden the deer moves. He's still going to do it with this one, but I can rearrange it real fast once he stops, and it's just that easy. Boom, push the button, dots on it, raise it up, shoot, you're there. As you just seen earlier, I showed you the inside, what the reticle is going to look like, and that was from Death by Bungie. I watch him a lot. He's kind of a nut, but he's funny to watch anyway. I don't want to get off on talking too much. Some people said I do, and I do, just one of the force of habits. So, it is a little bit different. Mounting my Tacticam is going to be different, but I got the universal mount on the front, so I'll just mount it up underneath the crossbow, and that way I still have my Tacticam 6 on there, and I'll show you that setup once I get everything in place. But I just wanted to start this off with this scope. Now, I did find it, like Bungie said and a couple other people, putting this battery in the Burris was not fun. Okay, it really wasn't. Trying to get it to seat and get it to start, but I just used the little pliers, pushed it in a little bit, got it started, and then it went in with my fingers. You're going to need a 0-tip Phillips screwdriver for the back of the remote. And let me tell you about this remote. That's the other thing, man. That thing was impressive. Usually I take out screws, they fall all over the damn place, okay? This case, once you unscrew it, the back plate comes off. There's only one way to put the battery in. It comes in from one side, plus side up. It uses a 2032 battery. Now the other one uses the old fat battery, what do they call that? I gotta get my glasses on, I told you. Getting old, ladies and gentlemen, getting old. It is the CR123 Alpha. Now I use these batteries a lot all over the house for my smoke alarm, so I got them on stock at all times. The 2023, I have them on stock because they go for my key fobs on your bike, on your truck, on your car, wherever you drive. They use on the garage door opener. So there are many uses. I keep those batteries on stock. So it's not, batteries are not an issue there, okay? So, but putting the battery in and out of here, I seen Death by Bungee show us a tool. Goes right on, puts it right in. It's 12 bucks on SA. I haven't ordered anything off of SA. I might try to order that tool just for the sake of changing out this battery because it is a pain in the butt. Now, originally I was going to go with the Garmin X1i for the crossbows. Here's the my first email right here. I emailed Tennessee Wildlife Federation, your game wardens per se. And I asked, hey, is this scope legal? Well, they came back and quoted me some section, night vision scopes, all that shit is not there. So I had to say, hey, wait, this is not a night vision scope. The Garmin X1i is a regular electronic scope. It's not thermal imaging, it's not night vision. So after a long drawn out process, she contacted the game wardens and law enforcement or whatever, and this is the second email confirming that is legal in Tennessee to use that scope. So if you're out there and you want to buy the Garmin X1i at $1,799, be my guest. And that brings me back to why I switched. Remember, I have to buy 2 of everything. 2. Because my wife's got one and I got one. This ran me $699, $700. Okay? Wow. $1,100 I saved. You know what I'm saying? And I ordered it through Amazon, obviously. I couldn't order it directly from Burris. They don't order directly. You have to go through a third party, which is okay too. So anyway, it does the same thing, except with the advantage of, and crosshairs, I'll show you right here. Crosshairs are always going to be on the Burris. So if you're out there hunting and all of a sudden, oops, the red dot went away, your battery died, you can still use your crosshairs, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and so on, if you know how to use crosshairs. And if it's sighted in at 20, the rest of the lines will follow pretty close. So you won't be out on a limb without anything due. With the Garmin, and I don't have one, and I think they're a great looking scope, but I couldn't afford one, and nor do I like the idea. I'm out there hunting, I got that target, it locks on, the little rings come in and all that stuff, and your battery dies. And now you have nothing but an empty scope, and then you're pretty much done for the day. So that was another driving factor of why I chose the Oracle X from Burris over the Garmin X1i. But once again, Garmin was very good at answering all the questions, and I will say customer service on that side of the house seemed pretty good. And Burris, excellent customer service for what I can see. I've asked them questions, they come back, and we bounced back and forth, probably 10, 12 emails back and forth, but they were very good, on spot, answered everything I had to know. And if you got a problem with Burris, lifetime warranty, ladies and gentlemen, lifetime. As long as you own it, it's alive, and Burris is still in business, it's repairable, replaceable, whatever they do. And I think that's part of my factor in buying things. Customer service, excellent warranty, excellent product, usability, and that's all there is to it. If you match all those, you'll be pretty good to go. So in the meantime, I've covered the scope a little bit. If you want more, there's Death by Bungee, Burris puts it out, there's 2 or 3 others that put it out there. I'm not going to get into details on bore sighting it because that'll just bore you. There are some out there that just couldn't bore sight it, they're fed up with it, and there's like 1 or 2 that I heard, but I contacted Burris once again, and they say, yeah, they do have a couple that do come out of the box like any other company, and they gladly replace it. So you can't ask for more than that one, right? Keep the original boxes on hand, please. So if you have to send it back, you have the box to send it back in. yeah, that's about it on this one, and why I decided to go with the Burris. And thinking about going with the rifle scopes too, the Eliminator 5 or 3, one of the two, I don't know yet. I still have to check that one out. And that's a little bit more money I care to spend this year. I got other things I got to do. But anyway, back to this. Let's go look at it on the crossbow. Alrighty. This is the TenpPoint RS410. Now I know for a fact that my wife's limbs are shooting right around 415, 420 because we had Havoc limbs accidentally installed on this one. I love my TenpPoint, okay? I'm not mounted the Bluetooth, but it will probably go right up here, somewhere in here. All my wife has to do is just push it with her fingers and she can range it, put it somewhere, maybe over here, I don't know yet. We haven't decided where to put the Bluetooth remote. But here's the scope. It mounts on using these screws at the star screws that the tool was provided. You want to make sure you put it on, push it forward, and that it is on this crossbow steadily. When you look through it, like I said, now what I've done here, it's not quite set up for everything yet, it's too far back. I actually bought an extended cheek pad from TenpPoint. I'm going to put on this thing for my wife and me. And then I was going to go get got a grip, and Mike down there was fantastic. I mean, honestly, he was really, really fantastic. He didn't sell me one. He didn't want to sell me one. He told me what to do to fix the one that I'm going to get to raise it up. So when your cheek is on here, you're looking through the scope. And honestly, this is not bad at all. This is not bad at all set up. I'm thinking I'm a little bit canted here, but I'm not sure yet because I haven't checked it all out. But anyway. The eye relief, putting it on here is a lot better than the regular scope. Honestly, you just gotta hold it, and I like it. I mean, I like it a lot. I can't wait to get out for the deer season to use it. So that brings me to the second part, this BOG grip. I have the BOG death grip. I love my death grip. But when you're ranging your targets and you set it in there, you've got to constantly set it back up to where you were. This here sets in here, I find my target, I shoot it, let go, make my adjustments. You know, it moves a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. It moves a little bit, but I can actually find the original spot just by holding it steady. And then, you know, raise it up and see where the arrows go, or as they call, chase it up. I still gotta learn that. We're not gonna get into all that because I'm still a newbie and I ain't gonna sit here and put the false information out there. I will learn it as I go. But I will tell you something about the BOG grip. It might be great for rifles, for crossbows because of the handle and the way our stocks are designed. It wasn't totally functionable for me to put the crossbow on and hold it steady. But as you notice, mine is steady, and I'm going to show you why. So let me take the crossbow off. I had extra foam rubber laying around the house, so I put foam rubber in the middle of the V. So when I put this thing on, either way I go, I put it on, it's going to sit here and have a little bit of play because by itself, it wants to do this here. It wants to rock back and forth. Same with the butt. But now I got it in here. It's holding pretty good. This is holding pretty good. You can't argue with it. Now it's a cheap foam that comes out of my Pelican boxes for adjustment. And I use this to stuff my target for spider web sometimes too when I make too many holes in the center. Especially my wife, she shoots that. But it's adjustable. What I like about it, it's not as tall as the BOG death grip. Might put this in the deer stand for my wife, set it up where she can sit back and, you know, just move it wherever she needs to move it, you know. Once you loosen it up, you can just pivot, you know, loosen it up a little bit, and you can adjust it to shoot your deer, okay? I might do that. I gotta get her used to that. That's up to her. But I like it so far. I mean, it was only, I think, 80 bucks. It's well worth the money. So anyway, as you can see, the Burris is going to be used. It's going to be a good asset to me. I'm going to put this back in here like so, tighten it all down, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready to go out and shoot when it gets warmer. Right now, it's not warm. It's kind of cold. So with that in mind, I'm going to close out the video here and wish you a happy hunting season coming up, and I look forward to my next video. But in the meantime, this will do it for my Burris Oracle X and my BOG rifle stand, I guess you want to call that. I got to get the official name out. different it right there. Sorry about that. Like I said, the book got all totally wet on the table when I spilled water. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day, and we'll talk to you in the next video.